Avery Air Conditioning opened its doors in 1958 with the express purpose of making Texans comfortable. We became successful by providing honest, helpful information, excellent service, the latest technology, and highly competitive pricing.
This is how we built our company, and some things will never change.
I honestly can recommend Avery Air Conditioning service above anyone else. I am just so pleased as to the service, the equipment, the politeness of all their technicians, the consideration as to while they were in our home, not disrupting the family life, the price, the follow-up, continued contacts, the continued service. Totally pleased with it.
Today, Avery is a full-service contractor that services and installs complete heating and air conditioning systems in over 1,000 Dallas area homes every year. You can count on Avery Air Conditioning to not only do the job right, but to provide honest, straightforward information. In fact, for over 50 years, Avery's motto has been honesty above reproach. All Avery technicians are EPA certified, and many are NATE certified as well. Certification ensures that they are well versed in the latest requirements and technological advancements in order to provide the greenest and healthiest solutions for your home.
Training program here is fantastic. It's ongoing training, and they really take the time, one-on-one training, to make sure that we actually understand exactly what we're doing out there. It's fantastic.
My impression was here is a educated individual. Don Norris came out and went through the house, examined everything, measured it, did a lot of calculations, and like a mechanical engineer should, sat down and figured out exactly what I needed, told me, and I was very pleased with the price, and I thought, let's do it.
We have a very unique team. A lot of guys working together to achieve one common goal. That's just to get you cool in the summertime and keep you hot in the winter.
I hold master electrician license, plumbing license, Class A air conditioning heating license, high pressure boiler license, first class engineer's license, and I'm one of less than 3,000 people in the world certified in air diagnostics.
One thing he recognized was that we had air intakes downstairs, and we didn't ever think anything of it because we're not air conditioning people. So his recommendation was move all the air intakes upstairs because all the hot air rises, which was common sense once it was explained to us. The other thing was, he noticed we have a lot of recessed lighting in the house, and he explained that those lights create a lot of heat, so he had to swap all those lights out with fluorescent lights to reduce the heat. It was things like that. It was common sense things that made a huge difference in our electric bills.
Everyone here at Avery is excellent at what they do, the best at what they do, and we give it 110% here.
When a customer calls in and has no air, it is the most important thing to let them know that we're going to be there for them, whether it's 10 o'clock that night, 7 o'clock that morning, it doesn't matter. We will be there to get their air up and going, and if they have that knowledge that we're going to be there, that's the most important thing in the world to satisfy our customer.
I honestly can recommend Avery Air Conditioning service above anyone else.
We've been using them for 12 and a half years. We've always been pleased.
We handle customers with no cooling. No matter what time of the day it is, it can be 10 o'clock at night. We got a crew out, we're out getting you cooling. No one goes without cooling when you're dealing with Avery. No matter if it's Sunday, Saturday, no matter what time of the day it is, you never will be without cooling or heating.
Most customers choose Avery because their electric bills are too high, but simply replacing your air conditioning system won't necessarily solve the problem.
80% of all air conditioning installed produces 50 to 70% of its rated capacity. This is why most utilities are so high.
Our electric bills were running us around $650 a month in previous years. So we knew that with the increase in rates, in air conditioning rates, that we were going to be paying a lot more. So we were trying to confine our bills as much as possible, or keep them as low as possible.
It is not uncommon to find a home that has the wrong size system from day one. That's why, unlike many air conditioning companies, Avery's design team begins with a detailed measurement of your home. This includes what's called a heat load calculation. Beware of any contractor who names a price without performing this vital calculation. Square footage is only one factor. Ceiling height, the number, size, and placement of windows and intake ducts, insulation, and several other factors must be determined to properly maximize your energy usage. By the way, Ray has a 2,800 square foot home, yet his utility bills average just $172 a month.
There are 4 things that you can do to reduce your utilities: the correct amount of insulation, correcting your ductwork, a high-efficient air conditioning heating system, and replacing your windows.
Another common cause of high home utility costs is a lack of return air. An air conditioning system requires a minimum of 92 square inches of return air per ton. All Avery technicians are trained to calculate your rate using this simple mathematical formula. For example, if you have a 5-ton system with only one 18-inch return duct, you will only be using 2.76 tons of your system's capacity rather than 5.
The last bill I had before Avery came out was $505. $505 is a lot for us to pay for electric, and they came mid-month, so that following bill turned out to be like $340, and I thought, wow, that's a great savings. But the next month full bill where Avery air conditioning had been installed was $244. So I'm ready to go shopping now.
Your Avery design team will not only design the optimum system for your home, they'll provide you with an itemized written quote, so there are absolutely no surprises when the work begins. Further, because of Avery's thorough analysis, with every contract, they will provide in writing the exact dollar amount you will save on energy. If you save less, Avery will write you a check for the difference.
The first appointment was about 3:30 on a Thursday afternoon, and he came out just to take a look at our home. Wasn't really trying to sell right away, just kind of listen to what we had to say, why we were frustrated, why we even called Avery, how we heard about Avery, and we gave him a tour of our home. He was just kind of smiling the whole time, saying, "You guys are going to really be happy."
We talked about comparing prices with other companies. Avery was the first one we called, and our salesman came out, and we were very impressed with what he had to say and the system, and we ended up not going with anybody else. At that time there was also a significant discount on the system.
They had the 12-month no interest, no pay financing, which made it really easy for us to do.
It's a fantastic program here at Avery Air Conditioning. The special financing that we do here, the straightforward pricing, it's an excellent program here.
Avery made it very easy for us to purchase the AC units. There was 12 months, no interest, no payments.
I chose Avery Air Conditioning Service over anyone else, and even over local contractors, primarily because I was impressed with Ray's integrity.
Honesty above reproach. We go, no matter what it takes for us to get it done, we're going to get it done the right way. We're not just going to leave you hanging.
Honesty above reproach means explaining every step of the process in a clear, easy-to-understand way. Then doing everything possible to finish as quickly and with as few disruptions to your home as possible.
We had more insulation blown in, so we had some insulation around on the floor, but everything was cleaned up very nicely. Everybody was very professional, very courteous, and we were just very pleased all the way around.
It took them about a week to schedule, to fit my schedule. And so when they came out, the gentleman introduced themselves and brought some kind of carpet, because right away they just rolled it out and got to work. I showed them where the unit was on the inside, the outside. We tied up the little puppy dog. I think they had the whole thing done in maybe 4 hours. I mean, it was pretty quick. I was going to order pizza and let's have some lunch, but it was like they were go, 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 so it was kind of neat, kind of fun.
They came up, and one day they had ripped out the old stuff. They protected our property by covering the floors and the stairways and the marbles and the granites to keep our stuff from getting damaged. And most of the demolition they did was all done the first day.
The crew came out, and there was probably about 8 technicians, and they protected the home, laid everything out, cleaned up after it, and it was amazing. They got in there and got out, and within a day and a half, everything was complete. I really anticipated probably a week of work, crawling up in that attic and changing ductwork and tearing the old unit out and everything. it was amazing as to how fast and efficient they were.
By the time my husband got home, which was, they left about noon, I guess, closer to 1 o'clock. He got home about 2 and didn't even realize someone had been in the house. So it was, nothing was on the carpet. It was clean. It was like they weren't there.
After we leave, we always enjoy hearing from our customers, who often tell us how comfortable their home has become. After all, your comfort is what Avery's all about.
We first noticed that the temperature was where we set it. Instead of setting it at 80 degrees and it reaches nearly 90, it stayed where it was supposed to. It was very quiet also, the system was. So we're pleased with that.
The first thing that I really noticed about the new system after it was installed was that it worked, and it worked very well. It was quiet. It performed as they had said that it would. Comfort. We've set our thermostat at one setting, and it has stayed there forever. No more adjusting, no more cranking it up, cranking it down, too cold, too warm. Very impressed with the quality of the equipment.
The first thing we noticed after it was installed was the low hum of it. We all sat down in the family living room and just took a sigh of relief that, it feels good in here,
With an Avery 2-stage system and properly sized and balanced ductwork, every room in your home will remain comfortable year-round. In fact, Avery's Total Comfort Guarantee promises that even with a heat index of 105 degrees, every room in your home will be within 2 degrees of a 72-degree setting.
Our bill has dropped on a monthly basis, and we have average billing, by about 20%. And you have to keep that in perspective that we were running off of only one unit. Now we've got 2 big units running, and we're actually saving money every month. Amazing. I just felt impressed that they would stand behind their service, that they were going to follow their motto of honesty above reproach, and they proved that to be true.
With Avery from day one, if they said they were going to do something, they did it. If they said they were going to be here, they were here. And when the owner comes out and does the initial sales call, that's what convinced me that this wasn't a fly-by-night organization. And they've been around since the 50s. So, companies don't stay in business that long if they don't do a good job.
There's no surprises with Avery. Our honesty above reproach, we live that in our lives and in our work. The day we stop doing that is the day there's no Avery. That's our motto.
Honesty above reproach is not about the often good that you do, but the few mistakes that you make and taking ownership of those mistakes and not throwing it off on the customer.
With a reputation for honest, helpful technicians, excellent customer service, and highly competitive prices, small wonder that generations of Texans count on Avery for all their heating and air conditioning needs.